How's it going, everybody? It's Bradford again. So for this assignment, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a personalized banner that you can use for website or form or whatever you want to. And I'm going to be teaching you to use a bit of Photoshop. I think you'll find that if you're kind of a newbie about Photoshop, as I was at one point, it's very, very easy to quite literally jump into and learn how to do. And I'm not going to go really in-depth, I'm not going to go crazy with effects or anything like that. I'm just going to do a bare bones, very minimal banner, but I think that you'll find that I can do a lot with, 5-6 minutes or something like that. So without any further ado, let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is Photoshop opened here, and you can basically start any way you want to. You can actually crop your background, or you can do what I do and just go to File and New and just make your own canvas. Usually I start with a width and height at respectively 900 by 300 resolution. It's a pretty big resolution, and you can resize as needed for whatever constraints or anything like that. And so for this banner, I'm going to do a Spider-Man theme, I guess. So let's find our New York City background here, and we're going to use the Move tool, which is right here in the upper right, and we're going to drag it onto our canvas. We don't need this anymore, so we can just get rid of it. So I have our New York City background. Notice that's a little bit too small though. If you see, there we go. You can see it's not quite big enough for the margins, so I'm going to go to Edit and Transform and Scale. Hold down Shift to constrain, of course, and then press Enter when we have it right, and then we can drag it however the heck we want to. I'll leave it about like this. And now I'm going to bring Spidey in here to add some color and flair to our picture. And for the sake of this assignment, I have a pre-background picture of Spider-Man here. You can tell there's no background because of the checkers here. And while making sure that this picture of Spider-Man is the main selected picture, we're going to use the Move Again tool, and we're going to drag him into the New York City background. We don't need Spidey anymore, so we can get rid of him. Now, we have him here. I don't really like the placement there. Let's flip him horizontally by going into Edit, Transform, and Flip Horizontal. And we're going to move him to the side of the picture here. And that's looking alright, I guess. But we still have a picture, a cartoon picture of Spider-Man flying through a real picture of New York City. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here to the right side. Let's pan it a little bit this way so you can see the layers. And we're going to select Layer 1, which is our New York City picture. And we're going to go to Filter and Artistic. Let's put a comic book feel to it. So let's put a poster edge effect on it. You can see the way it looks in the box is a little bit more comic booky, I guess. You can edit anything here you want to on the right. I'll just leave it as it is. Make things a little bit better. Now let's select Spidey here again with the layer that he's on, and Spidey looks a little bit too cartoony and colorful and not quite comic booky enough, so let's put a poster edge on him too. So let's go to Artistic and Poster Edges. You can see how he's changed here in the preview. It's exactly what I'm wanting, so press OK. Now it's looking a little bit better. So now this is pretty good. This is a pretty good start, but there's just a couple of things missing here. You can stop here if you want. I think that looks fine, but let's add a little bit of flair to it. So here on the right, let's right click on Spidey here. Oops. Right click on the picture, and let's go to blending options. This brings up all kinds of fun stuff we can do, from beveling and embossing, glowing, drop shadows, color gradient pattern overlays, stroke, all kinds of stuff like that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put an outer glow on Spidey to kind of put him in the foreground. So you see this little check mark by outer glow? Maybe you don't. Now you do. Okay, so the little check beside outer glow here. I'm going to click that. And now, click back down here. From here we can edit pretty much everything we want to with this outer glow. So let's go ahead and bring the size up just a little bit to put in the foreground. If you want to change the spread, make it bigger and wider, that looks kind of dumb. Let's put it down a little bit, just like this, and press OK. I was looking kind of like his spider sense is tingling or something like that, if you want to be cheesy about it. Now, once again, you can stop whenever you want to, but let's go a little bit further. So let's go on to our layers here, and we're going to select the background New York City here, and go up to filters, and let's actually put a motion blur on this to make it look like he's actually spinning through the air. So filter and blur and motion blur. Notice the difference that happens here. Notice how it looks very like he's kind of spinning, like flying through the air really fast. Now you can change whatever distance you want. Obviously, if you want him to go really fast, you can tweak however you want to, or not that fast at all. Let's go ahead and put it about at 14 or so. There we go. Now it's starting to get a little bit better. So we've got everything else here, but we haven't really personified it. We haven't really personalized it. So let's over here to the left side and click on the text tool. Up here at the top here is where your fonts will be. So let's see what would be a good font for this. This is one that I got called Burton's Nightmare. It's kind of Tim Burton. He's pretty cool. So we can click here in the middle to see how big it is. That looks to be about the right size. Be sure you have the right color here going on. And for this, you can use whatever name you want. I'm just going to put in my name. There we go. You can center it. It's not quite big enough. Let's put it up to 125 font. Yeah, that's better. But why did the color change? Ah, there we go. So, again, you can stop whenever you want to. But let's do a little bit more with the text. So let's go into blending options again. Of course, having the text layer selected. Blending options. And let's come to drop shadow. Yeah. Size, you can edit as much as you want. Spread does more like that. Yeah, kind of like that. The distance is how far away it looks like. Ooh. Put it right there should be fine. Let's bevel and emboss it. So click there on this check. And let's give it a outer bevel. Yeah, it's looking better. And inner glow and an outer glow. Why not? There we go. And that is a very easy way to make and style your own website banner.